you don't have any Spanish books, books don't have to be in Spanish. You can just say what's happening in Spanish. You don't even need to know all the words. Do you know how many times I use Google Translate? I have great Spanish. I am fluent in Spanish. I lived in Mexico. But let me tell you what, I need to use Google Translate way more than I would like to admit for little words that I just don't remember. I just don't remember. Without the practice and the daily interactions, it just goes away. Another reason I'm so grateful to be practicing every day with my daughter, because now, oh my gosh, what's so cool is the other day I was standing outside with my partner and we're talking about something, and all of a sudden I was searching for a word of what I was trying to say and it came to me in Spanish. And usually it's the flip. I'm like, it comes to me in English. And now my brain is filling in with that's the word that fits into this conversation and it's in Spanish. And this is of such a benefit to be speaking Spanish 24/7 with her. I know I went on a tangent there. If you're reading your kid a book and you don't have Spanish books, or if it's harder for you to read Spanish, but you know some words, just say the words you know. If there's a frog on the page, like una rana, you don't have to read it verbatim. You're not being quizzed. The age range that my daughter, she's 2, she doesn't want me to read the story. She's just like, that's a pumpkin, that's a frog, that's a duck, that's a dog, what's that? So it's more identifying colors and words and what she likes. We're not doing the whole story yet. I'll tell her stories, but she skips ahead because she just wants to look at all the pictures and tell me what they are. And that's a great place to be when you're just starting in Spanish. So just talk about what you see. You can even add stuff like, what color is that? Or if you know the color, have Google Translate handy. Just today, I had to translate the word gaviotas, which are seagulls, which I thought I knew, but I guess I didn't because it was not in my brain when she asked me what they were. And I was like, eh. Another funny thing that that I say all the time that she's repeating is first I was like, oh, I don't want her to know that I don't know. I mean, the thoughts we have are weird. Whenever I'm looking, since I Google Translate and I don't know, I'm like, espérame, mami, déjame buscar porque no me acuerdo. She says it by herself too. She'll be looking at the book. She's like, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? Ay, Chihuahua, ¿cómo se dice? Anyway, yeah, so just use the knowledge, the language base that you already have. I went to the park and I was surprised to see a little boy speaking in Spanish to his dad, who I asked, does he go to any Spanish immersion school? And he's like, no, we're teaching him at home. And it turns out that he wasn't as comfortable speaking in Spanish, and he told me, oh, my wife is from Mexico City and he's learning Spanish with the kids. And it was really, really cool to see that. He's like, my Spanish is about a 2 or 3-year-old Spanish. I can understand a lot of it, but it's a little difficult to have conversations. So that's an example of somebody who's learning as they go, learning with their kids. And he was learning. He spoke really well. Yeah, he had a little accent. Who cares? Your accent doesn't mean anything. You do you. You do you, you know? Use what you already have and just grow with your kids and expand the vocabulary. And he said, yeah, at home, we try to only speak Spanish. Like all of us try to only speak Spanish. So that's better than what we're doing. Not better. Everyone stay in your lane. So these are the things that I don't do. I don't demand perfect Spanish or constant Spanish or Spanish only. I don't beat myself up when I use English. If English comes out, you just go back to Spanish. It's as simple as that. So it's not about finding more hours in the day to teach Spanish or establishing new routines. Find the Spanish inside the hours that you're already spending together. Getting dressed, eating, driving, reading, playing, bed, bath time, going to Target, going to the grocery store, whatever your family's actual life looks like. Individually, those things don't feel that significant, but there are thousands of them. And over the months and the years, they accumulate. And then once your child responds back or gives you that recognition in Spanish, it's all that much more powerful to help you keep going. If you're trying to incorporate more Spanish into your child's day, What part of the routine do you struggle with the most? Maybe it's morning, maybe it's meals, maybe it's when you're stressed, bath time, bedtime, out and about. Tell me in the comments because I'd love to make more videos showing exactly what Spanish looks like in those parts of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, Sasha is sleeping in a corner over there. Hopefully, she will grace us with her presence next time. Hasta la próxima.